Tommy Temple, you too king. I'm a two, but I ain't gonna chip I came from. Tell me, serve easy rounds. Out in Alberta, where the Rockies rise, Tommy Temple streaming, lighting up the skies. From the lake house, chilling, hot tub steaming hot. He's dropping truth bombs, giving all he's got. Talking politics, conspiracies, and news. Trolls in the chat, but they can't confuse conservative heart with a mic drop flair. Tommy's got the world tuning in from everywhere. Tommy Temple, YouTube king, rocking the streams, hear the people sing. Super chat, popping channel membership soar. Alberta's proud son, respected evermore. Multi-stream master, restreams his game. Antifa's calling, but he's fanning the flame. Mustang Cobra GT rolling down the road. E-bike cruising, yeah, he's breaking the code. Independence flows like the mountain streams. Tommy's got the vision, living out his dreams. From the latest news to the wildest fight, he's sparking debates under starry nights. Tommy Temple, YouTube king, rocking the streams, hear the people sing. Super chat, popping channel membership soar. Alberta's proud son, respected evermore. Go! Respected evermore. Worldwide they watch from near and far. Tommy's got the vibe, he's a streaming star. Trolls try to trip him, but he's standing tall. Mic drop moment, yeah, he's got it all. Hot tub sessions, lake house in the glow. Rocky Mountain spirit where the free winds blow. He's calling out the noise, keeping it real. Tommy Temple's heart is made of steel. Tommy Temple, YouTube king, rocking the streams, hear the people sing. Super chat, popping channel membership soar. Alberta's proud son, respected evermore. Yeah, respected evermore. So raise a glass to Tommy, the man, the myth, streaming for the truth, giving spirits a lift. From the Rockies to the world, his legend will grow. Tommy Temple, forever stealing the show.
Oh, yeah. Coming to you live from the Crystal Gondola overlooking the elm-lined streets of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Let's check what it looks like out there today. It's looking nice. A little bit overcast, but the sun was peeping out a little bit there. It's warm out there. Let me check the temperature outside. We're in Celsius because we're up here in Canada. Hang on. Do a refresh of this one here. 17 degrees right now with a high of 16. Wow, that's weird. High of 16, but it's already 17. That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I unplugged the water bowl. You can see the water bowl over there. That it's not frozen anymore because it's actually +4 at nighttime. Tomorrow +8, +6, 0, +3, +8 for the next few days. So our cold below zero weather is pretty much behind us, and we're really doing pretty nice here, as it seems. So I was out there yesterday doing some bike riding. Had my e-bike out there and was riding around downtown there, and pretty eventful. My city, Edmonton here, is pretty eventful. There's a lot of things going on out there, a lot of bad things happening. It used to be that you'd go out and you just plain have fun, but nowadays there's so much trouble, so many bad people out there, and so much in the way of drugs, drug addicts, and people doing stuff. It's like it's craziness out there. I don't know what's going on. It's almost like there's like a bird on my shoulder, like a raven or something like that, that's following me around all over the place. And I don't know. It's kind of like a bad omen. I don't know what the hell's going on with this world, but the bad omens keep following me around. I could go over all of the things that happened to me there in the last couple of days, but I could actually write a book because there's so many things going on. It's like absolute craziness. So I'll actually tell you a little bit about those things. But Alberta independence. I'm all for Alberta independence, and there has been a kind of a little hiccup, you might say, in Alberta independence that are like given the haters, the people that call us seppies and traitors and stuff like that. They're basically like running with everything that happens, and the latest thing is that there, and this is all hearsay here, so I don't know what's true and what's not true. But anyways, there's this sort of a side organization. Now, it's not, because the whole independence thing and the collection of the signatures for Alberta independence is being done by Stay Free Alberta. Okay, now there's a third like arm's length group out there by the name of the Centurion group. And they apparently, this is all apparent, it's all hearsay at the moment, but they apparently got a hold of a voters list, like the actual voters list from the Alberta government, which the voters list is actually given to legitimate parties, parties that are going to be in the elections, so that they can contact people and say, hey, join my party or whatever, support my party, whatever. But those voter lists are only supposed to be given out and used by actual political parties. And this group called the Centurion Project, apparently, this is all apparently, got a hold of this list, and they had the RCMP come out to their event. I think it was on Wednesday they were holding an event. I was actually going to go to the event too, because I heard, there's some kind of an event about Alberta independence going on, being put on by the Centurion Project. And I was going to go to that event. I was going to video it or do something. I never did go there. Good thing I didn't go, because about 5 or 6 police cars showed up, and they were served some kind of a court doc there, telling them that they were not allowed to use that voter list. The voter list contained about 2.8 million voters, and that's about how many people are listed to vote in Alberta. And not good. Now, there's some word out there, this is again hearsay, that apparently that list might have come from a political party called the Republican Party. So whether or not that's true, I don't know, but that's the latest information that I have on that. There's a guy by the name of David Parker. He, again, allegedly is one of the guys that's the head guys with the Centurion Project, and he's like denying what's going on. So I don't know for sure what's going on. Maybe we'll look at some of the stuff on X that he has posted to see what's going on. But anyways, it's kind of brought a little bit of a negativity to the Alberta independence situation, because obviously it's not good to be using some kind of a voter list that is designated to actual political parties. Now, in reality, this vote thing that the Stay Free and the Alberta Independence Group, what they're up to, it would be nice to have a list of who those voters were and contact them and promote the whole thing to them. But apparently they're not allowed to have that. So that's where we're at with that whole thing. So anyways, that's the latest update with that. It's something that the people that are against Alberta independence are like, oh, look at, this is all bad stuff that's happening, and whatever. But, as far as I'm concerned, hey, it's something that's going to happen, that people are going to do stuff that they're not supposed to do. And if they got caught, you just admit that it's, stuff that you weren't supposed to do, and just move on. Hey, look I've got these here. This is the latest. This is of course, it's got a bit of a paper on top of it here, but these are the window stickers that I've got here for the back window of your vehicle. The Alberta Independence stickers here. It's a fairly big thing. It's probably about 15 inches tall here, something like that, and about 8 inches wide. A fairly large sticker. And yeah, I've got about 10 of these stickers here, and or decals, I guess you call them. And I'm going to put one of these decals on the back of my back window of my vehicle. That's what they're for. And yeah, the rest of them I'll be having available when I go out to the event on Monday. Look for me to go live on Monday at the Alberta Elections location there on Kingsway and 115th Street in Edmonton, where all of the signatures are going to be arriving. There's going to be a convoy coming from Bonnyville, and there's again, I just got word here just a few minutes ago on a text message here that let me read it here. A historical once-in-a-lifetime cruise and flag wave event on May the 4th will be happening as we usher in all the hard work of every canvasser and volunteer who spent countless hours in hopes of a better future. Come and be part of the cruise, which will be staged in Gibbons, Alberta. So I guess what's going to happen is Mitch Sylvester, who is in Bonnyville, is going to be starting the cruise, or whatever you want to call it, flag wave. I don't know if they could be wagging their flags all the way down the highway from there, but there's going to be a whole bunch of people meeting up in Bonnyville, and from there I believe they're probably going to be coming down the highway and meeting up with a whole bunch of other people that are going to be en masse over at Gibbons, Alberta, which is right in between those two locations. Actually, it's a little bit north of Edmonton here. And they're going to have a massive flag wave convoy coming into Edmonton from Bonnyville, Gibbons, where people from all over the province will meet up together, and they'll all cruise to the Alberta elections or wave us home with your Alberta flags as we deliver the signatures. The number of signatures will be announced at Monday's event. So I'm going to be there live broadcasting. Now, the people that are against Alberta independence are, a guy by the name of Tommy Lesizek and his Forever Canada group. And if you guys remember, and you'll see, take a look at my videos on my timeline, and you'll see I did, it wasn't a live video, but it's a posted video. I actually posted the video where one of those guys at Forever Canada, where I was asking him some simple questions like, how many signatures did you guys get? And he went and bashed my camera with a coffee cup, basically assaulted me by assaulting my camera, right? So those guys assaulted people. But not only that, you had people that are against Alberta independence, did stuff like they yell at people, grab people's cameras, tried to do stuff with their vehicles. In fact, one guy got a cigarette butt put out on his neck by one of these people that are against Alberta independence. Like, this is how bad it's actually getting. Thanks a lot for turning those switches on there, moderator. Do appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. The only thing that I don't like about the EV Mux that I'm using here is that it doesn't bring up all of the stuff here. We got a few people in the chat here. Good to see everyone in the chat. I wonder if I have turned on, just let me double check something here. Customization. I do have live chat replay turned on here. And for some reason, my live chat replay doesn't be playing live chat replay when I go and look at it later. So, oh well, I'm not sure what about that. Yeah. So anyways, I'll be going live on Monday the 4th at the Elections Alberta location, where the actual number of signatures that were collected for independence will be announced. Now, the people with Lesizek's, or Tommy Lesizek's, whatever his name is, his group, the Forever Canada group, they apparently collected 400,000 signatures, but they didn't have to get people's addresses, only their name and a signature, but no address. So they got a bunch of signatures, but they didn't have to do as much as we did. What they did is, hey, Spin City, good to see you. So the whole thing ended up being that they got 400,000 signatures, and it's unknown as to how many signatures the people at Forever, or sorry, not Forever, but Stay Free Alberta actually amassed. But all I know is that the numbers pretty much say that there were 7,000 people collecting signatures. That much we know. And if every person of those 7,000 collected 100 signatures, that would be about 700,000 signatures. Now, let's say that didn't happen. Let's say some people didn't get any signatures, but some people literally collected 1,000 signatures. You know what I mean? So it's going to be all over the board as to exactly what's going on there. Oh, sound is a little bit low on the. Yeah, hang on. Let me just see why that is happening. Let me go into settings here and make sure that my audio is cranked up here. Yeah, I actually see that where sound is a little bit low here. Hang on a second. Let me just work on that here. Let me just do a couple of things here. Let me just turn this one down a little bit. And I will turn this one up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there. I've turned it up a little bit into the EV Mux, so that will probably help the audio a little bit by doing that. Just give me a 1 in the chat there if doing that has cranked up the audio a little bit. I'm running different software here, so I'm more used to using StreamYard, so I think I have to pump this audio a little bit more than the StreamYard audio. Okay, good. So, yeah, I just had to turn down my earphone audio, so now I've got this in here. Yeah, I'll look for that a message from you on X there, Spin City. We'll check that out there. Yeah, I saw you live there. We were doing something with American politics there this morning. I kind of was zooming around quickly around some of the channels there that I was trying to gather some information here. Oh, I do have the bit here with Tommy Boy and his vehicle got vandalized by Antifa. Yeah, and I was going to bring that up here a little bit and show you the latest on that one. Oh, hang on here. Yeah, it's kind of a small video. Let me, show you that one here. Hang on, let me bring it up here a little bit. Hang on. Here we go. Yeah, anyways, his vehicle got vandalized, and you can see the spray paint on it there. He got his window, white paint on his window. He got spray painted on the side of his vehicle. He got all 4 of his tires punctured, which he's a guy that is always out there against Antifa in Portland, Oregon. And you can see what they did to his vehicle. They took spray foam and apparently put spray foam in any opening on the vehicle there. Like the front of the vehicle, right there, they got "F-U Nazi." They spray painted on his hood. You can see all the foam in the front grille of his vehicle. Just 100% nonsense. But on one hand, that when you confront Antifa, that they're going to do whatever they can to get you to stop doing whatever you're doing. So, what they did to his vehicle there is pretty much despicable. Apparently, he was parking his vehicle a couple of blocks away from where he lives, but they still found his vehicle and still did a big number on it there, flattened all of his tires, spray painted shit all over his car there. And, kind of sorry to see that. Now, Tommy Boy is the guy that is very vocal. He's out there all the time. He actually got banned from being within, I think, 100 yards or something of the ICE building in Portland, Oregon. So, yeah, pretty sad to see what Antifa did to his car there. That's one of the reasons that, you have to be careful. Like, I used to really go to a lot of events here locally, and some of them Antifa would be at, and they did stuff to me. They absolutely did stuff to me. They phoned my place of work. They left bad reviews on my place of work. They posted pictures up on telephone poles with you know, stuff about me on it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they did. Oh, they also, like, when the convoy was going to Ottawa, they phoned ahead. They found out what hotels that we were staying at. They phoned ahead, and they tried to get the hotels to not let any of the people from the convoy to stay at any hotels. You know, like, they do all kind of shit like that. Like, they're just plain lefty, stupid, you know, idiots that think that they're right and the whole world is wrong, and they want the whole world to be communist. Antifa is basically a bunch of communists. They want to get rid of capitalism, you know, it's like the NDP, where they want the government to own everything, and and to basically do stuff like that. So yeah, I'll check my X there and see what you're up to there. I'm just going to be doing a stream here for about an hour, going over some of the stuff here from the Alberta independence movement here and what's going on, the latest of this stuff here, and a little bit of stuff that's going on here with some politics here in Canada. We've got this map here showing what's going on here. Here's the view of where all the oil is. This is where all the oil and gas is in North America. And you can see the area where I'm located. I'm located right, let me see if it actually allows me to do something without right in here. Right in here is where I'm located, right here. If you can see that little hand in the graph there. And this is the province of Alberta right here, right in this area here. So there is an awful lot of oil and gas in Alberta, right? We're sitting right on top of it here. When I go outside of where I live here, there are absolutely all kind of oil wells and pump jacks and all kind of stuff like that all over the place where I live here. And as a matter of fact, if you haven't heard this before, I actually shot this video behind me here, and it's on the road where I drive in between Edmonton and Sylvan Lake. When I go out to the lake house there, and there's lots of these pump jacks along the road there. I just happened to stop beside one of these and shot a little video of the pump jacks in operation. I did this while there was a little bit of snow on the ground, and right now we're pretty much, if you look at the picture outside here right now, the snow is pretty well gone because we're above zero temperatures here. We're getting into some nice weather here now. Like I said, with the water dish outside there, I've unplugged it. I don't have to have it plugged in for the water to freeze there. So the birds have a little bird bath and stuff like that this time of the year. We have to worry about stuff like that with freeze up and whatever. But, this is just down the road from Edmonton. All around Edmonton, there's all kind of pump jacks and stuff like that, all throughout Alberta. They're pumping oil like crazy all over the place. One of the latest thing that's happening is we've got a bit of stuff happening between Canada and the United States. We've got this story here with Donald Trump, where Donald Trump has basically come up and they are going to be making a new deal. Breaking news. Where's my breaking news thing here? Hang on. We need it right here. We'll bring it up here. Here it is. Hey, you.
Breaking news.
Huge deal. Breaking. Donald Trump approves new 500 barrel per day Alberta U.S. pipeline. So let's bring that story in here and hear what Donald Trump has to say.
Bridger pipeline, sir. This is a transborder pipeline similar to the old Keystone XL pipeline. It'll significantly expand our ability to move oil around North America, oil and gas around North America. It's a huge deal in terms of long-term energy dominance and energy security.
Slightly different than the last administration.
Very different than last
They
administration.
wouldn't sign a pipeline deal, and we have pipelines going up. And by the way, they're way underground. They're not a problem. Nobody even knows they're there. It's so crazy, but they wouldn't approve anything having to do with it.
He's talking about Biden. Well, Biden, as soon as he got into power, the very day that Biden got into power, he canceled what was known as the XL pipeline. The XL pipeline, the people that were going to do it, they're all history. But there's a brand new pipeline with a couple of different companies that are amalgamating, and they're going to get that pipeline. The XL pipeline is actually there within Alberta, because Alberta built a pipeline to the border. So that part of it is done. But it's a matter of making the pipeline continue on from the Alberta border down to some refineries down in the States.
The pipeline and the grade, as opposed to trucking it or training it, it was, they're great. A lot of jobs too, a lot of jobs. Okay, very good. Next.
Yeah, so that happened. He signed off on that 500 barrel per day pipeline. And right now, Alberta is actually sending down to the United States approximately 400 million barrels of oil per day. So that will pump that up to 4.5 million barrels per day that will be sent down to the United States, to the different refineries, or to do whatever they want. Maybe they're loaded on ships and send it to China or India, or who knows, whoever else needs some of that oil to try and alleviate some of the deficiencies in the oil consumption around the world. You've got some places like Australia and New Zealand that are really hurting bad because they hardly have any refineries at all. In fact, Australia only had 2 refineries. They did have about 8, but they stopped their refineries, shut down their refineries, because they found that it was cheaper to buy refined oil from China, and now they're biting their tongue because they should never have done that. They should have just kept their refineries going and got their shipments coming in and done their own stuff. Now, New Zealand, again, same problem there, where they're getting refined oil from China. So they're basically kind of cut off from their supply, and they're hurting pretty bad. They've got really high prices and stuff like that. Even in Edmonton, where I am here, the price is like $1.85 per liter here. It just spiked up again here just before May 1st. May 1st is traditionally the day where prices pump up here in Canada, because they change the type of gas that is used. They go to a summer blend. I don't know the details on winter blend, summer blend, but they switch over, and the summer blend of gasoline that you use in your vehicle is different. They put different chemicals and stuff in it, or compounds or whatever, additives, and the additives they put in for summer is more expensive than winter, apparently, because the price jumped up here just lately. So, like we were seeing a couple of weeks ago when last time I filled up, and it was like about $1.74. So it's spiked up about 10 cents a liter here with this new summer additive crap that's going on here. So unfortunately, we're paying more, even though we actually have 5 refineries within a little car. I could hop in my car and drive a little circle around here. There's actually about 3 refineries that I could ride my bicycle to, my e-bike, and then there's 2 other refineries that are just a little bit north of Edmonton here. So we've got 5 refineries really, really close here. But even so, that doesn't matter, because we go off of the world price, the WTI price of oil, and the other thing is that we've got certain blends that we need to do with a certain amount of ethanol and that kind of BS that the government mandates. Then we've got certain kind of clean fuel taxes. We've got the federal tax. We've got the provincial tax. We've got the road tax, and on top of that, on top of all those taxes, we have the gouge and screw tax, the GST tax, which is another 5% on top of everything else, which even when you say that the fuel is $1.85 at the pump, you still have to pay 5% on top of that by time you actually pay for it in the gas station or at the pump. So it's pretty expensive. It's getting pretty expensive, this fuel stuff here. Even though we have probably a couple of 100-year supply of fuel, that we haven't even gotten to, that's still underground. In other words, proven reserves already underground. We just have to take it out a little bit at a time, and there's still lots of it there. So, don't worry about it. We're not going to be running out of fuel here in Edmonton. Okay, Mark Carney. Mark Carney, this is a story on him. Reporter asked Mark Carney if he's moving billions of dollars outside the scrutiny of the HOC to avoid accountability. The smile on his face reveals the truth. We don't trust Mark Carney at all. And let's watch his face with the questions he's being asked here.
Between the sovereign fund and then the defense bank, your government is moving tens of billions of dollars into arm's-length corporations that operate outside the direct scrutiny of the parliament. Are you creating a shadow budget to fund your political priorities, as critics argue? Are you shielding the specific debts and investment risks from the accountability of the House of Commons, and which could financially hurt the Canadian people?
Did you see that little smirk on his face there? The smirk on his face is like, yeah, but I'm not going to admit to it.
Absolutely not. The first thing is that, and it's essential with any financial institution associated, I'll just speak for the federal government, associated with the federal government, and I speak under the control of the chair of the House Finance Committee, who is one of the...
Pass the buck over to somebody else, yeah. Yeah, we don't trust those politicians, especially Carney. He's always doing something there that's going to benefit himself or benefit, that old company, the Brookfield company there, like, shame on those guys for so many conflicts of interest. It's like absolutely terrible. Here's a story here where this is to do with there was an East Indian guy that basically was driving a 18-wheeler. He went through a stop sign, and he actually killed a bunch of kids, a hockey team. And this is the story about it here. You know what? The father exposes CBC bias. So this story is against Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. The father exposes CBC bias in the Humboldt Broncos tragedy. They've been notorious for this. So, even he doesn't like what has happened with this whole story and the bias that CBC, and I've always said this, that CBC is like so biased. They have a lefty bias on every single thing that they do. I don't trust CBC, wouldn't trust them with a 10-foot pole. And let's watch this whole story.
Yeah, I just wish the media would play both sides of it. There's been too many times, and CBC was notorious for this, which is why I'm talking to you and other independent journalists. I just wish that they wouldn't cut, edit. I can understand cutting out swears or bad things, but it's not your story to tell. Let Sidhu speak, let me speak, let Sunny speak, let everybody speak, but don't chop and edit to narrate the story the way you want it to be done. Because what CBC has done is they chop and edit and whatever, and they actually kind of post a favorable light on the truck driver that actually ended up killing a whole bunch of people, and that's what he's pissed off about, So I don't like that. He doesn't like that. Okay, the guy that was behind the so-called Centurion project, one of the guys, anyways, and who was there as a guest speaker at at an event by the Centurion project, is David Parker. So about this whole thing with them having something to do with the voters list, he comes out with this comment here. In the coming days, a lot of things will be revealed that I cannot speak about because they are under investigation by both Elections Alberta and the RCMP. Many will throw accusations. Many will try and slander me. This is normal. Don't give up. Don't be afraid. Like, I don't know what actually happened, but there's apparently, the word is that somebody gave a list, and it's coming out that allegedly it was the party, the Republican Party,
allegedly gave a list to the Centurion project group. And the elections, Alberta is pissed off about that, and have given them some kind of a cease and desist or don't use that list type order, and the RCMP delivered that at the whole thing. So that's the big thing that's going on, which is kind of not good for the Alberta Independence group. And even me, I went on a guy's stream there earlier today, and I said, yeah, independence for Alberta. And then right away, that whole thing was brought up to me like, oh, you're part of that, Tommy Temper. No, I'm not part of that. I'm not part of the Centurion Project. I didn't even go to their meeting. I never even heard about that group before that meeting that was happening last Wednesday. And they are a group that is separate from Stay Free Alberta. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that whole thing and see what happens. Again, you've got this whole bit of a story here by Michael Tomlinson. He says, lost in the noise about who might have had access to electors list is the question of who should have access. Yeah, actually, Stay Free Alberta should have access to that voter list, right? So that they can contact people and say, hey, are you interested in Alberta independence? These lists that are used by all sides during political campaigns, distributed to all parties. Your information is given to the NDP, the Conservatives, and separatists alike as a matter of course. The upcoming referendum campaign will be fought by advocacy groups rather than political parties, but the stakes are just as high, and all those groups should be able to request and use the lists the same as parties do during an election. Centurion, Stay Free, Alberta Prosperity, Forever Canada, they should all be given access to the list by Elections Alberta. So that's what he says. And I would kind of agree with that. They should all be given lists to those or access to those lists, and not just give it to political parties. Because, let's face it, they're all a list of people that are going to vote for independence or vote not for independence. They're all people that are going to vote. So, they should all be, on both sides, be available. I would agree with that whole thing. So we'll see what happens there. Right now, Elections Alberta is the one that controls that list, and they go, nope, only political parties have access to that list. So that's where we're sitting here right at the moment. So we will find out what's going on. Yeah, also in Canada, we have the story about an Iranian bad guy, somebody that is part of the movement on a T list. Can't even say the word here. He was issued a temporary, an Iranian bad guy issued a temporary resident permit that requires a criminal background check to an Iranian intelligence officer. So that actually happened. And then you've got this lady who should be actually thrown out. She's probably going to lose her seat, but she's like in charge right now of immigrants and stuff like that. And she's being grilled on this bit here. And let's hear what she has to say about these bad guys from Iran coming into Canada, being allowed to come into Canada. He was given a permit to come into Canada, but apparently they found out they made a mistake and they revoked it. So I guess he wasn't allowed to come into Canada. But that's not the point.
Being here. Minister Diab, was the individual in question related to this case issued a temporary resident visa or a temporary resident permit?
Okay, let me be clear.
It's a simple question.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Temporary resident visa or temporary resident permit?
Again, as I said, I cannot comment on the individual person in question.
Hang on a second. She's being asked a pretty direct question. Was an IRGC Iranian person issued a visa into Canada? And she can't even answer the question. She doesn't want to answer the question. It's like, oh, well, it's a private thing. It's, whatever. I can't talk about it or whatever. Well, the guy obviously was issued it.
Very simple
but
question.
No IRGC member has been admitted to Canada.
Was it a temporary resident visa or a temporary resident permit?
I believe I've already responded
For
to
what
that.
reason? Why can you not answer the question, Minister?
Again, as we said, we cannot comment on a specific case in
Well,
question. What is
For the
important
benefit of
is
the
that
Canadians who are
the
listening,
individual
I've got the
did
floor.
not
Thank you,
come
Minister.
into Canada.
For the benefit of Canadians listening, a temporary resident visa is required for any Iranian citizen to enter Canada. Many do on a daily basis. A temporary resident permit is required for anyone who is found inadmissible to come to Canada for criminal reasons or other reasons. This, according to the Raoul Wallenberg Center, this individual was an IRGC intelligence commander from 1979 onwards. I find it interesting. Liberal member said an alleged IRGC member. It's been well reported they were an intelligence commander.
Iranian.
Of the IRGC. They would have had to have been issued a temporary resident permit. That is a special permit that is from your department. So, Minister, did your department know that this person was inadmissible to Canada before you issued them a permit?
Again, I'm not going to be commenting on an individual case for privacy reasons. What I will say again is the individual had no status to come into Canada by the time they landed. They left. They are back in their own country. We are very much looking forward to learning what happened in this case to ensure it does not happen in the FIFA games that are happening in the month of June.
Yeah, exactly. Can her, get rid of her. She can't even answer a question. They're allowing people to come into the Canada that shouldn't be coming into Canada. And there you have it. There's the federal government. There's another reason why Alberta should be its own country, because the federal government is letting in far too many bad guys. Way too many bad guys. And that's just another example of it right there. We're having to put up with a whole bunch of tea people coming into the country, and it's like getting to be pretty crazy out there. It's absolutely what I would call unacceptable, no doubt about that, and that's just another example about that. Let's see. Yeah, and then you've got Les Isaac, and he doesn't. He apparently he's given a whole bunch of money that was donated to him for the Forever Canada campaign, and he apparently gave it away to some different outfits, and they're asking where did all that money go. Nobody knows. Let's see some receipts on that. That would be a good thing. Yeah, we got the pipeline. Here's another clip on that pipeline that we have. Check this out. It's a little meme here. There's the Alberta, and there's the pipeline, and the full statement. New Alberta U.S. half a billion barrel per day pipeline has been approved by Daniel Smith, Premier of Alberta. And of course, Carney is going to take credit for that. You know, it's going to be, oh yeah, Mark Carney, because he was, Prime Minister when this whole thing happened. Yeah, well, our pipeline is already built in Canada, okay? It's not like Mark Carney should be taking credit for anything. It was a matter of Donald Trump approving it, because we already had the Keystone Pipeline. It was already approved, and the part of the pipeline was already built in Alberta, but it was a matter of the pipeline being extended by the American government, and Donald Trump did that, not Mark Carney. So, but whatever, you can probably imagine that Mark Carney is going to be taking credit for that whole thing, which, yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, we got Clyde Do Something that's saying something about this flag here. I don't know what this is all about here. He's, and people are going to say, oh, Tommy Tampa, you're racist or something. No, I'm not racist, but Clyde Do Something makes a post here saying, apparently being an Indian makes you gay. And this flag has surfaced with a couple of feathers on it there, and it's the LG flag, and apparently this is flying in Canada here in different cities, so I don't know if being Indian makes you gay, but yeah, that one will get me in jail, no doubt, under the hate clause there from the Alberta or the Canadian government. That's another reason why we need to get the hell out of Canada, because I don't want to go to jail for any kind of hate shit out there. They have so many laws that are coming in that I don't know what's hate anymore and what's not hate. It's like it's craziness, that's going on there. Oh yeah, there's this story here too, that over in Germany, news story coming out in Germany here, where Germany's right wing, of course, everyone's going to call them extreme right wing, because those right wingers are always extremists, so they're always extreme right wing. Like me, Tommy Temper, I'm apparently an extreme extremist, a right wing extremist, and meanwhile the people on the left are like the Antifa types that will spray bomb your car and puncture your tires and do stuff like that. But Germany's right wing AfD just exploded in West Germany state elections, surging 11 points and nearly doubling their seats. Voters are rejecting mass Islamic migration and are taking their country back. How about that? Hey, do you hear that, Canada? Germany is rejecting mass Islamic migration. How about things in America? How about things in Canada? How about things in Australia? We're not doing that, but maybe we need that over here. We need to reject mass Islamic migration. We don't mind letting a few people in, but when there's so many coming in where they're starting to take over and starting to say, death to America, and you have people burning Canadian flags and death to Canada, death to Canadians, and shouting all kind of stuff like that. And you see people doing interviews saying, yeah, we're going to take over and we're not going to actually beat the hell out of you, but we'll just move more people in and just do it by the masses, produce more kids and all kind of stuff like that. So whatever. Things are actually turning over in Germany because they're pissed off at that stuff happening over there. Hey, we got Jen in the house there. Good to see you. Masad popping in for a little bit of sunshine. Good to see everyone in the chat there. Thanks a lot, everyone that popped in here. Do appreciate that. Just doing a quick feed here. Meanwhile, this is what's happening over here in Canada, okay? Like, come on, you guys. This is how bad things are here in Canada. Canadian classics here is what they call this. Yeah, well, this is Canada. We'll show you this little video here. Check this out. We've allowed a lot of people to come into Canada, and they're like a lot of East Indians are popping into Canada, and these are kind of some of the nicest people in the world that are popping in here. They're like shooting garage doors and all kind of stuff, bad stuff going on, because these people apparently like weapons. They love weapons, right? I don't know if they have weapons in their own country, but they certainly don't have any trouble getting weapons in Canada. And hey, I thought that handguns were illegal in Canada. Oh, you mean they're not registering their handguns? I don't think they are. Yeah, blame Trudeau and Mark Carney for the mass immigration of all kinds of people from all countries. We're not just singling out anyone from any particular country, but it's actually looking bad here in Canada, and that's what's happening here. This is the Canadian Classics for 2026 is what this is labeled as here. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I'm not feeling good about Canada. I'm actually thinking that things are getting worse here. It used to be a nice, safe country where, you could do things and not worry about your car getting stolen, not worry about some guy, trying to pressure your business for money or something like that, or, not be selling a whole bunch of drugs and whatever. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Oh, we've got this story here. This is going on, that story of Brett Wilson is saying, here, I'll just bring it down to where we can actually see it here. Brett Wilson is saying, and now this is the story. You've got this lady by the name of Widowson, who is actually against the whole premise that there are a whole bunch of natives from residential schools that are buried underground, which they got literally, over $1 million to do ground penetrating radar and to find these bodies. And so far, I don't think they've even found one body buried, right? So the story is kind of a bust, right? Sure, kids went to residential schools. We know that happened, and nobody likes to see that happen. The government has already apologized for that. But there's that whole story. And anyways, Widowson wanted to go and do an expose of that whole thing at the University of Lethbridge, and what happened is she got arrested, okay, and she got some kind of a fine. And Brett Wilson is saying, I hereby offer a donation of $100,000 to the University of Lethbridge after they profoundly apologize to Frances Widows and arrange for her to present engaged in a great setting at this once great university. You know how to reach out to me. I've pitched there. Happy to introduce her. So, yeah, this is the actual story here. The exclusive university, let me just move that over a bit so that you can actually see it here. There we go. Exclusive University of Lethbridge donor withdraws $150,000 gift to school after Widowson's arrest. So somebody else said they were going to donate some money, not Brett Wilson, but Brett Wilson is saying he's going to donate $100K to the university if he allows her to come back and to actually give her her thing. Okay. So that's what's going on here. And here you can see Widowson being arrested at the university and taken away by the police. And it says here, University of Lethbridge alumni has withdrawn his plans to donate over six figures to the university's athletic department after hearing about Frances Widowson's arrest. And her whole arrest is because she wanted to do a thing where she talks about how they haven't found any bodies at the residential schools. Now, were people mistreated? Absolutely. Did bad things happen? Absolutely. We're not going to say anything about that. But the whole story is, and an organization is being given over $1 million to actually find those bodies, dig up those bodies, and say, here's the proof, here's the evidence that people were actually done in. And so far, they haven't really dug up one body or really found anything about that. Now, am I for it or against it? Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just a story, and we're giving you the story. That's what's going on there. Doesn't make me racist to talk about this stuff, queasy. Okay, on this Alberta independence thing, whoa, something bad is happening here. We've got... Igor has come up with this story. Igor Rilstev is saying, terrible news. We've got with the Alberta Patriot family and supporters of independence, Mr. and Mrs. Al Burton, their garage is on fire. Now, did somebody that doesn't like Alberta independence set the garage on fire? Or there was an accidental? I don't know. But their garage is on fire. It's burning. Our prayers are with your family. They're a great family running an account on Facebook, Cruise to Alberta Independence. So here we see the what's happening to their garage. It's actually burning. And what? Is this what's happening? Are the lefties setting people's garages on fire just because they're pro-independence? Is that the way we're at? Is that what society is happening? Because we saw down in the States where Tommy Boy got his car vandalized by Antifa for speaking out against Antifa. He's like pro-ICE. He likes to see what ICE is doing down in the States, and he's on the street corner, spouting off, pro-ICE type stuff and anti-Antifa stuff, and he ends up getting his car pretty much destroyed by them. And did somebody on the anti-Alberta independence side set this garage on fire of this great couple that are like really proponents of Alberta independence? I don't know. We don't know for sure, but all we can say is that the garage is on fire. And I actually just got a thing on my phone here whereby there's a thing saying, let's see, where is it here? Here it is on my phone, this one right here, where it's a meme that says, please help Mr. and Mrs. Albertan rebuild their garage. And there's some kind of I'm not sure if it's a GoFundMe or something like that. But you can help them recover and rebuild their garage by sending an e-transfer to TERESALMCCLEARY @gmail.com. So, yeah, you can probably find that meme online there to if you want to help these people rebuild their garage. There's already probably over on social media this meme right here with the information on how to help them rebuild that garage that burned down. Wow, interesting thing to happen there. Not good at all. And as far as Canada, I don't care about your Chinadian feelings. We're done with you, Canada. So you've got stuff like this, memes like this even coming out here now, where they're saying Alberta doesn't care anymore. I care about Canada. I'm Canadian. We're not a separate country here yet. We try and care for Canada, honestly. But at this moment in time, we're like pro-Alberta. We're absolutely pro-Alberta. And it's getting to the point where Canada is getting to be such a bad place. And even my city of Edmonton here is getting to be such a bad city with so many bad people, so many drug addicts. And you know what? The people that are doing the robbing, stealing, and setting stuff on fire or whatever here in Edmonton are the drug addicts. And those drug addicts are being enabled by the Liberal government. The Liberal government is a federal party, okay? And in the last 10 years, going on 12 years now, it has gotten so bad here because of enabling all these drug addicts to do open use of drugs. They're selling drugs like crazy all over the place. They've opened up, pharmacies and that to give them free opioids that they trade for fentanyl and stuff like that. They really don't care about society. They just care about the drug addicts out there. It's like, let's just make sure that the drug addicts are happy. The Liberal government are really more concerned about the drug addicts out there and making sure they have a great access to drugs and that the police don't do anything about it. And Alberta and myself, I don't care about that stuff anymore. I never did like it. I didn't like it when it came in. I knew that it was going to be bad. And the reason that I knew that it was going to be bad is because I saw what was happening down in the States, in California, in Oregon, in Washington State, those liberal states, democratic states where they allowed open drug use and stuff like that down in the States. It decimated those places. And, I saw that. I saw it happening. And when I saw it being brought into Canada by Trudeau and the rest of the liberals across Canada, I thought, man, this is going to decimate our country. And absolutely it has decimated our country. Really, honestly. Let me see. I did a meme in front of City Hall. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Hang on a second. Watch my phone ring or something like that here right away. A lot of stuff I did recordings. I did lots of recordings on my phone there yesterday, but I didn't really post them on social media. Hang on. Let me bring up another window here. Hang on. I just have to set it up here. Give me a little screen capture here from Facebook so that we can show you what's going on. Oh, yeah. So what's going to be happening is that we've got the petition happening. This is the one I was talking about earlier, where on Monday, again, put this in your book there if you're in Alberta. On Monday, I think that he's actually going to arrive at 1:30, but people are going to start getting there at about 12:30 in the afternoon. And Mitch Sylvester is going to be bringing all those petitions that have been signed by myself and by other Albertans that want Alberta independence, and they're going to be bringing them over to Alberta elections to their office. So look forward to me being live at the office as those boxes of petitions arrive, and we will be live on location giving you the latest details on this whole event. And we will also be announcing how many signatures that they actually collected. Again, they need 177,000 in order to get the vote on the docket for the October the 19th. That's when the vote is going to be taking place. So apparently a month ago they had over 177,000 people that had signed. So it'll be interesting to see just how many signatures were collected. Now, apparently, there are about 2.8 million voters on the list. Those are potential people that are, of age and live in Alberta that are able to vote. So 2.8 million, and if we need over 51%, well, do the math on that. That's going to be like about 1.4 million people. But the thing is, it's going to matter of how many people actually come out and vote. Of the 2.8 million, maybe only 1.5 million people will actually come out and vote, right? Because that's kind of about the average, right? 1.5 million people will vote. So if we get over 750,000 people come out and vote, then we will have over 50% of the voters are going to vote for independence. So there's actually a really, really good chance that independence might actually happen. So look out for that actually coming. And on the 4th, I'll be on location there, and we will actually get the number of people that actually signed the petition. And if it's a good number, that's good. Because, like I said, 1.5 million people actually show up to vote. If we had 750 or 800,000 people sign that petition, then if it does go to vote, we may very well win. That'll be a good indication of that. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to be going into my vehicle later today, and one of the things that we're going to be doing is going on the freeway. Okay, now that freeway is known as the Queen Elizabeth Freeway. And they have increased the speed limit on the freeway from 110 kilometers an hour to 120 kilometers an hour. Now, just to tell you, when I'm on that freeway normally, I usually do about 120 kilometers an hour, 119, you do like 9 over, so you don't want to get a ticket. But I've never, ever been pulled over for doing 120, okay? Never. In fact, the number of cops on that highway is like few and far between. It's a marvelous country we live in. Not that many cops, and you get away with murder pretty well. You can see the price per liter there is $1.89 per liter. Highway pain. That's funny. And look it's a kind of a meme of what it's like here in Alberta. It's like, Berta. Yeah, we're like rednecks, eh? We're a bunch of rednecks here. And the rednecks are like me. If the new speed limit is going to be 120, well, I'm going to do 130. You know what I mean? Or in fact, right now, people do like 130 to 140 on that freeway. Well, actually about 130. Really, because when I'm doing 120, there are lots and lots and lots of people that pass me. So obviously they're doing 130. And the speed limit right now is 110. You know how that goes. You guys in the States, nobody does the speed limit. Everyone does over the speed limit. But usually the rule of thumb is about 9, that the cops are not going to pull you over for doing 9 over the speed limit. Right? So 119 is okay. So that's pretty much what I do right now. But now I'm going to be doing 129, which is almost 130. But guys like this are going to be passing me doing 140. The dumpster cats there. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's the latest thing that's happening. I'm going to be getting in the car and driving on that freeway. I'm going to see whether or not those signs have been changed to 120. In which case, we're going to just gun it all the way down there. And, we'll be having a fun time down there in Sylvan Lake there. We'll be able to ride my e-bike down there and have lots of fun. It'll be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let me see what happened to my... What happened? Oh, yeah, I was downtown riding my e-bike and I shot this. This is a little video downtown. You can see the bench there. There's a bench there. And this planter was on the bench, right? But you can see the homeless person, the drug addict. People like to call them homeless people, but let's face it, they're all a bunch of drug addicts there. But anyways, well, not all, but 99.9% of them. But you can see there's the planter. This is as bad as DOA who likes cutting those straps off the planters and vandalizing the planters. But this planter was sitting upright on that bench, right? And they put the planters on there so that people wouldn't sleep on the benches. So what does the drug addict do? He pushes the planter over on the ground. Of course, there's no flowers or anything in it this time of the year because it's winter coming into springtime, and you can see all the dirt in that planter. And meanwhile, the guy is sleeping on the bench there, and the planter is pushed over. There's downtown Edmonton, just a little sign of what it's like in downtown Edmonton. It's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, and they've got these e-buses down here too, right? Electric buses. I don't know if you guys have e-buses there where you are. Here's one of those e-buses. Now, these electric buses that they bought here in Edmonton are, I would consider them to be junk. Okay, they're junk. They were supposed to get a certain number of kilometers per charge. They don't get, even in the summertime, that number of kilometers per charge. And they're like way, way worse in the wintertime. So I don't even know that I see these buses running in the wintertime, because by the time they put them on the road, they go on the route a couple of times, and now they got to go back to the barns and charge them. There's one video that I showed you with just a ton of these buses inside the bus barns with dust on them. They don't even use these buses. They have to cannibalize the buses for parts. The company that actually sold the buses went bankrupt, and the city of Edmonton has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the company for whatever, just probably because they are not working as per the way they were advertised. Here you can see I finally spotted one of these buses in the live out far away from the barns, and it says on the back of it, battery electric powered bus. And then you can see that sign there that says not in service. Oh my God. Why is it not in service? Well, because it's an electric bus and the frickin' thing broke down. That's why. And where I'm at here, it's funnier than hell, because you can see the bus in this video, and then the bus kind of moves a little bit. It's not in service, so obviously it's not picking up people. I did this video here, by the way. There's a truck right in front of it, and it's a city truck, one of those trucks, that they use to service a broken down bus. So you've got that truck there. And then I pan over to the right a little bit here, and you can see there's a supervisor to the right, and the supervisor standing beside another guy in a truck. Right away you'll see it here. Just let me zoom the camera over that way as the bus goes around that building there. Right there, you can see there's another guy that's standing there, right there, beside the two trucks that are sitting there. One guy's a supervisor and the other guy's a mechanic. When this bus came around, I actually rolled up to where those guys are, and I talked to the guy about these electric buses. And the supervisor would not admit to me that they're having any trouble with the buses. But the guy in the truck, the mechanic, he was like laughing as I was, or smiling, as I was asking those questions, because I'm saying, hey, how are those buses working out for you? And the supervisor goes, yeah, okay. Meanwhile, the bus that's right there has like a not in service sign. It's like broken, whatever. They're not even using it. They got 3 different trucks out there with a bunch of people out because of the bus being broken, wasting a bunch of resources, people, vehicles, and stuff like that. Of course, they're gas trucks there that are out there to service the electric bus that's broken down. The bus is just, I think it must be in limp mode or something, because the thing is barely moving. And if you look close at the side of the bus here as it comes beside me, it looks like somebody sideswiped the frickin' bus, or the bus sideswiped something else. It's got a bunch of damage on the side of the bus there. It's making some really weird noises too. It's making right there. He's going over that way there. It's in operation there. I saw a whole bunch of these buses, and they were actually with dust on them in the barns there. I don't know whether they're using them for parts or whatever. You can see the side of it there. It looks pretty bashed up and whatever there. Not in great shape. But there you go. There's one of the few electric buses actually in service. I guess it's warm enough here now that it's above zero. It got up to 15 today, so it's warm enough for the electric bus to make a couple of runs. There you go. But okay, they brought it out and apparently was in service, but where I videoed it there, it was not in service because they had that sign on the back of it. So there weren't any people on the bus. It was just the driver limping it back to the bus barns there. So that's don't buy. Okay, if you're in any city in North America, don't buy electric buses. They don't work. They don't work hardly at all. Those batteries don't last very long. They'll go on a couple of routes, and you got to put them back in the charger. The amount of infrastructure that they need for those charges is a bunch of bullshit there. You spend a bunch of money on that crap. And, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a money-losing proposition. Just keep on with your diesel buses and don't let those woke agenda type folks, I say that folks because whenever you hear the term folks, you know that it's a woke person talking or speaking. And, yeah, they have an agenda. Absolutely, they have an agenda. There's no doubt about that. And, yeah. Let's see. Here's another one. This is me downtown Edmonton. This is right in front of City Hall, and yeah, people don't like it when I post this stuff for whatever reason. I wonder why. I don't know. Probably because it makes the city look bad. But yeah, it's pretty woke downtown. Open drug use, no problem at all. Small quantities of drugs, no problem at all. But I happened to spot a person down. I think it's a lady here. Lady down, man down, man down. And this is right in front of City Hall in Edmonton. Oh my gosh, how bad does it get? It gets pretty bad. It gets really bad. Hang on here. Well, we'll roll it here. Let's roll her. Let me... What's the first thing you see when you're on the north side of the river?
First thing you see is that
Somebody down. Is that person that's down okay? Is that person okay?
She's okay.
Is she okay?
You check if she's okay.
Okay, and we're right in front of City Hall here, right here, okay?
There's City
But
Hall.
we're getting hell for videoing this because apparently, you know, it's not very nice. But on the other hand, the person that's down is actually okay, just doing a little sun tanning in front of City Hall here. Yeah. Welcome to Edmonton. Yeah. Welcome to Edmonton, my city. At City Hall, you take a little trip to downtown Edmonton, and what's the first thing you see? Yeah, not great. And of course, I posted that on social media, and yeah, I'll read some of the comments on that post there to you. Filming in public, totally okay. Charter 2B, way to go, Tommy. The next one. Used to be grass. I remember we played hacky sack there a while ago. Someone else says, you say people state your filming is not very nice. Meet the city council and the mayor. There's nothing nice about any of them. So there are some people that are on my side, you know. But somebody else, legally okay, but morally not so much. When I see someone is down, I grab my kit and my gloves and I check to make sure they're okay. And yeah. You know, I said to them, you know what? I checked that people are down. I videoed to show how bad Edmonton is. Move on if you just want to be an armchair critic. Like, I actually checked that person was okay because there was another person there, and I was asking that person, is that person okay? You know, we're verifying that the person was okay. After I did that video, we, you know, made sure that the person was moving and whatever. But I don't know. Maybe they were just down there suntanning or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, we actually do that. Somebody else says, absolutely legal to film in public places. Somebody else says, just shows how bad things are when somebody's laying on the ground and everyone is used to it. Yeah, exactly. I did some other ones there. It's actually on my phone and I haven't posted them yet. But I was at another incident. I'll talk about that in a minute. Edmonton City Hall is now a DEI place. Who's giving you hell? Just making shit up. Somebody says, the Andrew Knack, he's and all your quacks. That's our mayor, Andrew Knack. Big fan of napping. Maybe they're onto something. I may have to give it a go at City Hall. Somebody else says, a nap is nice. SP, sick of it. I want to go to these places and get away from everyday life and enjoy these places. So, Yeah, you've got all kind of people. There were a couple other people that were that said some nasty things about me, whatever, and that hope that I'm going to get beat up for videoing people like that. Like, Tommy Temper, one day you're going to get beat up for doing videos like that. Yeah, might happen. Might happen. In fact, just the other day, somebody attacked me. 2 days ago, I was attacked by a guy for doing a video, saying that I couldn't video in public places. Okay, you guys know that I told you about this box, and I even showed you this box. I had this Amazon box on my front doorstep, and in that box, let's see here. Oh, look at who showed up outside my window here. It's Birdie Num Num. Oh, Birdie Num Num out there. Okay, but anyways, I had this box outside of my doorstep, right? And I set up a bait box, right? A bait box, and the bait box basically was a set of headphones inside of the bait box, right? And it was an Amazon box. And I put it on my front doorstep, and I have a doorbell camera, and I have a bunch of other cameras around my house here. So, like, I'm pretty surveilled around here. Like, you don't even come close to my house without getting on cameras, right? And it's all being recorded. It's all on I use Hikvision technology. One of the cameras right in front of my house is actually a dual camera, an ultra-wide panoramic camera, along with a telephoto pen tilt zoom setup. And you don't go by my house, anywhere close to my house, without being on video. But anyways, I put this box with the set of headphones, and I took the headphones apart. Okay, if you can imagine a set of headphones like this, and I took the earpiece completely out and opened it up, and I put a tracker inside of the earpiece. Okay, an Apple tracker. Okay, and then I put that inside of the original box. Okay, it was, a nice black box, and it looked original. And I put that inside of the Amazon box, put a bit of packing material in there. The Amazon box I actually had opened on the bottom side, so it still had a shipping label and that stuff on the top. It looked original, looked like nobody had opened it. And I put that box on my front doorstep. And I watched that for about a week. It sat there for about a week, and I was actually pretty amazed. I thought, wow, this is actually better than I thought. I thought that thing wouldn't last even 2 days out there, being in the neighborhood that I'm in with all the tweakers and stuff like that, drug addicts and all kind of idiots running around here. But it turns out it lasted out there for over a week, and I kind of, it was there. Some people, would grab it and whatever, try and give it to me, and I'd go, no, leave it out there because it's a bait box, and I told you guys about it, that I set up that bait box, right? So inside of the bait box is a headphone set with a tracker in the earpiece, and you would never know that there's a tracker in there, right? Unless you maybe had an iPhone and you heard the thing beep or something like that, because I didn't turn that little beeper off, and it might beep if it was close to an iPhone or whatever. So anyways, I get home 2 days ago from my e-bike ride downtown to where I videoed that lady lying in front of City Hall, and I get home and the box is gone, so I check my doorbell camera, and sure as shit, somebody's pulled up on a bicycle and stole that box. And they're so stupid they didn't have a mask or anything on, so you could see who it was. You could see what the bike was that they're riding. And I'll show you that video here right now. Like, this video here doesn't actually show them taking the box, but this is from a camera that actually has a pretty good view of the person. And you can see who the person is and what they look like. And it's your typical tweaker. Definitely a tweaker. Absolutely a tweaker. And let's roll the film here, the video. Here you can see the person coming up on the bicycle. It's a black bicycle. You can see that the person has some kind of a green backpack on. And it's actually a girl with kind of blondish hair. And she's riding up there. Let me just roll it here. Here, you can get in here a little bit closer. there, right there. You get a pretty good look of who that person is, right? See the black bicycle with white writing on it. It's got some kind of a little bag on the front of it there. She's got that green bag on. Now you can see black shoes with white soles on the shoes. She's got black pants on, kind of a black cap on, sunglasses. Pretty good look at who that person is there. Well, she rolls up. Right there, you don't see because the camera is limited on its view, and I do have other footage of her actually walking up the stairs, grabbing the package, and then taking the package, and then she gets back onto her bicycle and heads down the road. Okay, now this happened at 3:40 in the afternoon. Right about the time when I was riding down to City Hall. And whatever, I probably got a notification on my phone that somebody's with a package at the front door or whatever, but I'm riding down the road and I don't really notice it. So I don't know that package is actually gone until about 7 o'clock at night when I get back home. So, and I have lots of video and lots of clips and lots of whatever, but I didn't load it onto the internet, and it's on my phone here, and I don't want to bring it up and show you stuff here. So, yeah. But anyways, I get home and the package is missing. So I roll the film. I actually phone the police department. And I look at the tracker because I have the tracker on my phone and I can tell where that package is. Now, the way these trackers work is that it's a Bluetooth tracker. It's a cheap one. It's like, I don't know, $25 or something for the tracker. Apple iTag, it's called. So I'm looking at the thing on my phone and I go, oh, look at it. It's down over where they just opened up this brand new pharmacy that gives away free opioids. Like who would know that it would be one of those people that would be stealing my package off my doorstep? Who would ever guess that it would be one of them? So I phone the police, tell them what's going on, crime in progress, and I say, yeah, this is where it's at, and the cops headed down that way. I hopped in my truck and I headed down there, and we didn't find anything. It was like last ping 15 minutes ago. It hasn't updated the ping, so they were there 17 minutes ago, whatever. So we just missed them. They might have been in that area, but they moved somewhere else. So we missed them. Couldn't find where they are, where the package is. So anyways, we go to the local Chinese restaurant with my family. My kids and my wife are with me, and we're eating Chinese food. I show the video to my wife because she didn't see it yet, and I show that video that you see right there that I showed you of that person because it's not bad. You can see the bike, you can see the backpack, whatever. So we're eating our Chinese food, and it's close to where I live here. And then all of a sudden, riding right by us at the window where we're eating is the girl with the green backpack on, and she's with a guy, the two of them there, eh? And she goes, "Hey, there's the girl that stole your box," And I'm going, "Yeah, that's her." So whatever, I go running out of the restaurant. And it's at this little strip mall, and at the strip mall is a little dollar store, right? So I'm like far away from them. I take a couple of pictures with my camera. I'm going, yeah, that's her, but it's weird because the video I saw, she had blonde hair, and now she's got red hair. And I took a couple of pictures. I phoned 911, told the cops that the person that stole my stuff is over here, and I located them. So we got a police vehicle, whatever, on their way, apparently. So I go over to where the person is sitting there, and it's a guy with red hair with a wig on, and the girl is inside of the store. But absolutely, it's the same bike because it's got the black bike with the white banner on it there. And she's got her hair done up in a bun at this point, so you don't see her long hair. You know what I mean? But the look is the same. The backpack is the same. And the guy has a little bag, a little black bag, and there's my headphones right in that bag. I could see the top this part of the headphones here sticking out of his bag, you know. So I'm thinking, yeah, that's my headphone. I look at my tracker. The tracker is showing that exact location. So absolutely, that's them. There's my thing that they stole. And the cop gets there. As soon as he gets there, he knew, because they had pictures, because I sent him pictures of what they were like. He goes into this door. He arrests her, puts her in handcuffs, bring her out, and then tells the guy, you know, you're being detained, whatever. And then he asks the guy, "Is that your bag?" And it's the bag. He points to the bag that has my headset in it, you know. And the guy goes, "Yeah, that's my bag." And I go, "Yeah, there's the headphones that he stole right there in that bag." And then the guy says, "That's not my bag. That's not my bag." Well, the cop and I both heard the guy say that that's his bag. So the guy with the bag that was with the girl that stole the headphones, he got arrested for being in possession of stolen property, and she got arrested for theft under $5,000. And both of them, another cop arrives. Both of them put both of them in handcuffs, and they both get put in the back of a paddy wagon. And I did a video of the whole situation there. I did up a police report, and whatever, they got taken away and probably thrown into the hoosbah there for the night. And later on that night, at night, like about 2 hours later, that was about 7. No, that was probably about 9 o'clock. So then about 10 o'clock, the cop phones me up and he says, "Yeah, you want your headphones back?" And I said, "Yeah, cool, sounds good." And guess what? These are the headphones right here. Okay, these are the headphones, and you can see it's got a little red thing on them here, little eagle, red eagle, and they're plug-in type headphones, whatever. And inside of this earpiece is the tracker. Okay, so guess where these headphones are going to go? I've got another Amazon box, and yeah, the bait box is going to be set up again, and we'll see how long it lasts, whether or not it will last less than a week or more than a week. But the neighborhood is bad. There's lots of tweakers around here. And, yeah, we're going to catch another tweaker that's stealing stuff around here in the neighborhood. So that's my story about that thing. Now, way, way more stuff happened. We found lots of people that were dead to the world laying there on the ground, immobile, that we actually approached. We, found out, are they moving or whatever, and that we had to end up getting help. There's one person that was right on Jasper Avenue, 10544 Jasper Avenue, that was laying there like unconscious. And I actually asked people walking down the road, "Hey, there's somebody unconscious on the ground here. Can you help us?" The people wouldn't help us. I never got anybody. 20 people I asked to help us. Not one would help us deal with somebody that was down on the ground. Like, it has gotten so bad in the city that people are just numb, absolutely numb to all the drug addicts that are all over the place. There's tweakers tweaking, doing the fent bent and whatever all over the place. People lying on the ground. And I phoned 211 to get somebody out to help this person that was on the ground. And I was on that line for 15 minutes, and nobody did actually ever answer. And then one of these Hope vehicles came by, that helped people, and we waved that guy down, and then he helped the people. But they never did answer that line, the 211 line. I actually went over to a cop that was 2 blocks away when that person was down and tried to get the police to help us. Maybe they have Narcan or something like that they would help us. Even the police wouldn't help us. The cop would not come over to where the person was down and help that person out. So even the police don't want to help anybody. If you're down, you're going to be dead. Okay. There might be somebody that might care about you, but 20 people that I asked don't care about people. When you're down, you're down. So the tweakers are just, they're on their own, And if I take a video of you and you're down, don't be saying one day that somebody's going to beat you up or do something to you just because I take a video. Like, it's crazy. Hey, but that being said, we need Alberta independence. Yeah, it's actually going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I'm pro-independence. Absolutely. Oh, hang on. That's not the Independence song. We need this one. Here we go. We'll hear a little bit of Independence music, and then I'm going to be heading out on the highway. So, woohoo! Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining me here today. Do appreciate your company.
Rockies, where the wild winds blow, Albertans rise up.
Let's
Tired of
go!
the status quo.
Woohoo!
Oil sands pumping black gold, beef on the grill so fine.
I'm loving it.
Grain fields waving golden, canola blooming in the sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
But was taking our billions, unfair equalization gain, sending it east to Quebec.
And look at what I've got. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Let me shut that off. When I'm out there at the rally on Monday, I'll have my trusty megaphone that's been twice to Ottawa with 2 different convoys. And look at what's on this. Hang on. Yeah, we want Alberta independence. Yeah, let's go. Woo.
In the shadow of the Rockies, where the wild winds blow, Albertans rise up, tired of the status quo.
Yeah, we'll be out there with the
shadow of the Rockies,
Alberta Freedom,
where the wild winds blow,
with the Alberta Freedom song,
rise up,
doing our
tired of the
thing.
status quo.
We'll be out there.
Oil sands pumping black gold, beef on the grill so fine, grain fields waving golden,
Doing our
canola
part
blooming
to
in the
promote
sunshine.
independence
But
for
I was
Alberta.
taking our billions, unfair equalization gain, sending it east to Quebec.
Thanks a lot,
while we
everyone.
shoulder
Appreciate
the
your company.
blame. No more pipelines blocked, no more carbon tax chains. We're done with the feds, breaking free from their reign.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Hit that sub button. Love your company.
Sovereignty calling, independence coming through. No more woke liberalism,
Sunshine.
stealing our way of life. Albertans stand tall, cutting loose from the strife. Rocky Mountains watching.
Let's go. We're heading over to the Rocky Mountains, Sylvan Lake.
Freedom for our families with a
Let's go.
rifle in hand.
Alberta Freedom.
Let the anthems roll. We're
Woohoo.
building our nation.
You guys all take care. And we'll be going live when we get down there to Sylvan. So look for us to go live again soon.
From the prairie to the peaks, where the eagles soar high.
Let's go.
We're sick of the traitors calling us traitors, that's a lie. Equalization's a thief, stealing our hard-earned pay, while they push their agendas, turning night into day. Beef ranchers and farmers, grain silos stand proud, oil rigs turning profits under Alberta's cloud. No more begging for ports, landlocked but strong we stand. We'll negotiate our future.
We're ready to go, Troy. Gonna go be at a rally on Monday. I should actually keep my megaphone in my truck. Might have to use it on the weekend. Might be at a rally on Saturday. Find out what everyone's doing at Sylvan Lake. I'll stand on the Lakeshore Drive, play that song. This song. Woo-hoo! Don't take our rifle away.
Let the anthems roll, we're building our nation.
Bum, 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 bum. Forevermore. Let's go, Alberta. Hit that sub button. It's easy.
Like Ukraine from the Soviets, we'll fight through the night. No more sending our wealth to fund their endless schemes. Our pensions rising, fulfilling our dreams. Tired of the liberals, their rules and their games. Albertans awakening.
I'm going to put this on my truck. As soon as I'm done this stream, this decal is going on my Rear Window. And everyone will see this as we head down the highways and byways of Alberta. And you can get one of these from me if you show up at Alberta Elections at 115th Street and Kingsway Avenue on Monday at 12:30.
Oil sands fueling futures as far as the eye can see. We're Albertans first, with hearts full of fire. Separation's the answer, lifting us higher. No more being the wallet for a broken confederation. Freedom's our
We can do it. I know we can. This is not StreamYard. This is EV Mux. EV Mux.
Rocky Mountains watching as we claim our own land. Freedom for our families with the rifle in hand.
Alberta freedom. Woohoo! Bom, 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 bom. Forevermore! We can do it. I know we can. Let's all get together. October 19th is the big day when we're going to get that on the election ballot, and make sure you vote yes for independence. See you all later. I'm on the road here next to Sylvan Lake. Bye-bye for now.